One of the things that we see happening currently is this question about whether or not evangelical is a helpful term. What we see happening is that the media tends to define evangelical a certain way, and then a lot of evangelicals define it a different way. I think in mainstream media, it tends to be code for white, Republican conservatives. And yet we know that not all evangelicals fit into that really tidy box. And so the question of whether or not we should call ourselves evangelicals, I think it's maybe a good exercise in regards to rhetoric, but ultimately I don't know many Christians who self-identify as an evangelical. We tend to self-identify more along the lines of denominations, so it's far more common for somebody to say, well, I'm a Baptist, or I'm a Methodist, or I'm a Presbyterian, or I go to this church, or I go to that church, over and above that I'm an evangelical. And so it's not a label that we put on ourselves. It wasn't, unless you're 20 years older than I am, maybe older than that, then you weren't a part of defining this term and rolling out this term and explaining what this term has meant historically. And so I don't think you can necessarily distance yourself from a term that you didn't necessarily put on yourself. But I do think that all of us have a responsibility that when the name of Christ and the Church of Jesus Christ is being slandered or being spoken of in a way that's harmful to the witness of Christ, that we need to take the opportunity to say, whoa, that's not exactly true, or that's not what all Christians believe, or that's certainly not what the Word of God teaches. And so although I don't know that we can divorce ourselves from the Word, I do think one of the things we can do is take serious our witness for Jesus Christ and our boldness in condemning things that are contrary to the heart of God in the life of Christ as revealed in the Word of God. And so that's how I would encourage you. I don't know how we can distance ourselves as much as we can provide a clear witness for the beauty and harmony that's found in following Jesus Christ and loving His Word.